How do you get a woman's attention? Sharp King coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So, hey, this is a question that I got a couple days ago. Dude was like, yo, I find myself chasing women most of the time, not getting the results I would like. It's time consuming, especially in these times that we live in today. So I said, hey, how do I get women on my radar? How do I um, get grab their attention? How do I have a competitive advantage in this day and time with the pandemic? You know, the virus is flying around. Depending on where you live, maybe you live in a small town. You know, whatever. And see, here's the deal. I flipped the game before the pandemic. I did this like 25 years ago. I flipped the game. I changed the game. And didn't start with women. It started with when I got involved with direct sales. And it really changed my life. And I've never looked back. I've never been the same since. You know, because there's in my life, there's at least 2 to 3 events, decisions, things that really changed the course of my life. The first one was when I went to college the first time. When I was 19 years old, I went to South Carolina State. The second is when I went in the Navy. And the third is when I met this multi-millionaire that owned a publishing company at the time. And that's when I got involved in the direct sales. And everybody was chasing people, even chasing women too. That just came along the territory for some guys. Money and women and opportunity usually go hand in hand from most guys' perspective. So instead of doing what everybody else was doing at the time, he was like, hey, bring people to you. Bring the market to you. And I patterned not only did I pattern my professional life in that manner, I patterned my social life in the same manner. It's the same game. The only you're still dealing with people in your professional life or your career, your job. You're still dealing with people. So I took that same philosophy and I used it in my social life. And bam! I had to turn down women. Had to turn down women, man. I can't sleep with all these women. I'm not going to sleep with all these women because some of these women are just not for me. I'm not for everybody. They're not for me. But I understand why they're attracted to me at the time. You know, and even still to this day, I meet women all the time. At least a woman. I connect with at least one woman a week. Like a real connection. I'm not talking like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. That's every day. But I'm talking about a genuine connection, at least one woman a week. Right? So the first thing, don't chase. Attract. So in order to attract, you have to become more of who you already are. Become a better version of you. So whatever that entails, whether you have to go to the gym, whether you have to educate yourself, read books, listen to audio books, hang around other people that's doing better than you. As a matter of fact, you should hang around people that if you could change places with them, you would. Those are the people you should hang around. Don't hang around the people that just talking a good game. Anybody can talk a good game. But can you deliver? Like the mailman, baby, back in the day. Can you deliver? Everybody can't deliver. A lot of people talk a good game, but that's it. It's just talk. You want to, because see, if you start hanging around people that's doing bigger and better things than you, you're going to become the next one. Or you're going to get away from them. You know why? Because they're going to hold you accountable. And they're going to call you out. They're going to call you a lame. They're going to be like, hey, man, I thought you was working on something. What happened with that? They're going to call you out. And if you don't have enough self-esteem about yourself, you probably going to get mad, or you just going to get away from them. That's how that's going to work. So whatever you have to do to get better, you might have to change your diet, work out, lose weight, develop new habits, whatever that entails. Just handle that. That's how you vibrate on another level. You raise your energy. So when you walk in a room, women pick up on it. They be like, hey, who's this guy? Something different about him. They start talking like that. They don't know what's different about you. They just know something different about you, and you become mysterious to them. And then you start talking. You develop your mouthpiece. You start asking questions. You listen more. You pay attention more. You don't talk so much. And the next thing I would say, be cool, calm, and collective. Stop talking so much. Stop telling people what you accomplish. Nobody cares. Stop telling people how much money you made. Don't stop taking out gobs of money in your pocket, $100 bills and flashing. And cut that. You're just gonna become a target when you start doing stuff like that. Or you're gonna attract gold diggers, or women that just wanna take advantage of you. Might even set you up. You become a target. I've learned over the years that it's best to just keep things on the low. Regardless of what you accomplish, just keep it on the low. When I'm around my friends and family, unless they ask, I don't be telling them about places I've been and my accomplishments and how much money I got in the bank. We don't even talk about any of that stuff. I don't talk about how I've been to Dubai and how I've been hanging with the sheiks, the prince, and I don't talk about any of that stuff. I don't even talk about any of that stuff online. The stories that I tell you online, that's not even half of my experiences with people. I'm only giving you 30-40%. I don't talk about that stuff. You know why? Because nobody really cares. Because they weren't there. They didn't have the experience with me. So they don't care. So and I realize that a lot of people, if you start talking about all the stuff you did and your accomplishments, a lot of people have envy and hate, and that starts to come up. And some people feel a certain type of way. So I've learned over the years, it's just best just be quiet. And then some people feel like you trying to shine or show off. Some people feel that way. Some people feel like, like I gave you an example. Let's take a celebrity, for example. Um, let's take somebody like Floyd Mayweather. If they see Floyd Mayweather in his Bugatti or Rolls Royce, there's some people would say, "Oh man, he's stunting on us. He's he's showing off." But to Floyd, he's just doing him. He's just living his life. He ain't really showing off. He ain't really stunting. In his mind, this is the way. I'm dead serious. In his mind, he said, "This is just how I roll, man. This living my life. I just do it big, right?" And that's a different mindset. Now, to somebody with a lackluster mindset, they'll say, "Man, he's just showing off. He buying all these cars and clothes and all this stuff." They'll feel jealous. But to him, he like, "I'm just living my life, man." And other people will feel inspired and motivated. And you got some people will feel jealousy. So, like if you're a celebrity, man, you're a public figure. So it's kind of hard to keep things on the low. But if you're not a celebrity, I find it's good to keep things on the low. Be cool, calm, and collective. Don't be telling everybody what you're doing and who you are. If they know, they already know. So it's all good. If they already know, there's nothing you can really do about that. But if it was up to me, I don't walk around telling everybody what I'm up to. That's just not my style. And the next thing I would say is, you gotta have some standards about yourself. Don't be sleeping with all these damn women. See, you have to understand that once you become, the more you become, the women come by default. They're going to come, I don't know how they're going to come for you, but they're going to come. Whether it's at the job, whether it's in your free time, on vacation, they come through your friends, they come through your family, you catch them at the club, at the bar. However they come, have some standards. There's some women you should not even rock with, period. Because they got too much stuff along with them. It's too much baggage, too many issues. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you don't want too. Focus on what you want, but you also have to know what you don't want. It's okay being picky. I've been picky all my life. I meet a bunch of women all the time, but I ain't sleeping with all these women. It's impossible. I don't want to sleep with all these damn women. I can't be giving myself away like that. And the reason why I think like that, because I have standards. Now today, a lot of guys don't have no standards. It's whatever. They'll lay up with any woman. Most guys think they have standards. They don't. Standards only applies when it benefits them. But if they have a couple drinks, that's the last woman in the bar or in the club, he taking her home. You know, yeah. Some guys only have standards when it benefits them. That's usually how that goes. You know, but you have to uh, discipline yourself. You know, you have to be a man of substance, character. You know, can't be. You gotta. Sometimes you gotta play the long game. Sometimes you gotta take things slow. It's not good to play it fast all the time. You gotta get out of instant gratification. You gotta get away from that. Everybody's playing that instant gratification game, damn near. So you gotta have some standards. You know, and the next thing I would say is get the money. Get the money, man. Gotta be ambitious out here. We live in a capitalistic society. As you can see in this pandemic, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen out here. You don't know if you're gonna have a job. You don't know. So if you don't have no money saved, no investments, one income, you living from paycheck to paycheck. Now you got to depend on these stimulus checks from the government and unemployment. You in trouble, man. Get the money. I don't know how you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it based on your skill sets. If you have to learn something new, great. But it's best for you to take what you already know and build on. Why? Because it's easier. You don't have to learn anything new. And 9 times out of 10, what you already know, you like it at least, or you might be even passionate about it. So take what you already know that somebody else is willing to pay for and find a way to build off that and make a good living. And that way you won't have to depend on the job. Because these big companies, they don't care about you. They don't care about us. We got to take care of us and our families. So get the money. Don't look. Some people say, "Oh, money ain't everything." Hey, but it's the only thing that people measure. It's the only thing that people measure. And keep in mind, once you start making some coins, don't be walking around telling people how much money you got. Don't be flashing, going to no strip club, throwing your dollar bills, and no, don't be doing all that nonsense. Don't be going out here drinking and smoking and wilding out. No. It's okay to have a good time. There's a time for everything. But most of your time should be doing something that's productive. You know what I mean? So, get the money. A lot of people I found that, outside of the job, they really don't know how to take care of themselves financially. So a lot of people have to depend on somebody else for their livelihood. And that's a bad position to be in, man. You have to depend on another man for your livelihood? If that happens, you might as well bend over and assume the position. So the last thing I would say is focus on your sex appeal. And when I say sex, and the reason why I say focus on your sex appeal, because it's really all about sex. Really. It's really all about sex appeal. Like, for example, when a man sees a woman, or when a woman sees a man, what you think about when you see that woman That means a lot. When the average man sees a woman that he's attracted to, he's thinking about, oh man, look at that face, look at that figure, look at that ass, look at those sexy lips, look at everything. I like how she smells. If you get close to her, all that activates a chemical in your body. And women, same thing. Women get aroused even more though. Women get aroused 10 times more than guys do. Some women will lose their composure and they'll forget where they at. Some women will forget that they're in a professional environment and start saying, "Oh my gosh, you have nice eyes." Like what? What's going on here? Oh my gosh, you're so. You know. So you just gotta you focus on that, and that usually boosts your attraction and take things to the next level. You know. So hey, I'm about to end this video. It's getting a little bit too long, but hey, like this video, share this video, and tell me what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.